that is happening this week of the tax plan. He talked about these tax cuts being historic, addressing critics who say this is a tax bill for the rich. He said they don't even know what's in this yet. We'll have Democrats rooting for us, the president said, talking about that corporate tax rate coming down to 20%. There's been reports that it would be phased in over 5 years. He said we're not looking for that to be the case. Called it the biggest tax event in the history of our country. And as you saw at the end there were questions on the Mueller findings and the Mueller probe and Paul Manafort. The president declined to respond. I want to open this up to the couch. Guy Benson's on the couch with us right now. Tom Donahue, the Chamber of Commerce, was speaking there, and he said the business community has been wanting this for a long time. He had the support of industry leaders around him. Tom Donahue said he believes that Democrats, agreeing with the president, will come around if the numbers are as promised. A big meeting ahead of a big week here.
And I think, Sandra, if you look at the news cycle over the last 48 hours, this was clearly an effort by the White House to press the pause button on Russia and say we still have a proactive agenda that we're pursuing with this administration, and we're going to force you to talk about it because President Trump is going to talk about it. And to that point, I was listening very carefully. He talked a lot about cuts, but circled back to simplification, which I think is a really important element of this. He also maybe made a little bit of news pressuring the House of Representatives and Paul Ryan to get a bill passed out of the lower chamber by Thanksgiving. That's a timetable, a concrete timetable.
The timetable was really interesting. Trish Regan from the Fox Business Network, you're always diving into these numbers, and taxes is of particular interest to you. The timeline, he said, I want the House to pass the bill by Thanksgiving. I want everyone by my side to sign a bill by Christmas. Is that too aggressive? Can that happen?
Deadlines help, right? As journalists, we all know that. It's good to have a deadline, and I think members of law need that as well. I mean, Congress, you could make the argument that the deadline was difficult for them, obviously, with repeal and replace, and probably didn't do them any favors. But this is one that the president has been committed to. This is one that lawmaker after lawmaker after lawmaker has run on, and we've talked about forever. I mean, simplification of the tax code, lower taxes, lower corporate taxes, bring all that money that's sitting overseas, the president says $4 trillion, back home. These are easy, what I call, Sandra, low-hanging fruit opportunities for lawmakers. So a deadline is perhaps
and a little joke by one of the meeting members there, Tom Donahue. He said he joked about